Hello and welcome back to another review. We're going to be looking at the Florida Mayhem taking on the Atlanta Reign. So this is the first match coming back for the Florida Mayhem, going up against the Atlanta Reign, and OG's back in the lineup. We were excited because checkmate was fun. The Chadmate was fun. Wasn't good though. What just wasn't good. It turns out, I know this might be a surprise to some of us, but every time someone tries to off-roll to a very hard roll, like main tank, it never works. It never works. Please stop trying to do that. But yeah, OG's back. He actually had a pretty good match, and they took it to the Atlanta Reign. So the Atlanta Reign, I would say, is probably the best in the West right now, especially with the Dallas Fuel sort of taking their foot off the pedal a little bit. So pretty much just going to watch these two teams go back and forth. They played quite a similar style for the most part in this match, if I remember correctly. Pelican does a bit of pounding, Kai does a bit of pounding, but you can never discredit BQB and Yaki, and that's the thing about the Florida Mayhem. Thank you very much, and why everyone was so disappointed why they went 0-8 is they have a good roster, especially individually. They just need to string it together. So let's get this one started. Lebowski, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, Future Lebowski, falling asleep to bot after work. Hell yeah. I did go over the Vancouver game. I actually just uploaded it to YouTube. So if you want to watch the Boston vs. Vancouver game, go check it out on my YouTube. Checkmate is a great player. Like, I'm not discrediting Checkmate at all. He's a good flex DPS player, and I think he deserves to be in the league. Checkmate's biggest issue is that he's playing under BQB and Yaki, and I think both those players are not the problem with the Florida Mayhem, so it's hard to find space for him. Especially when, with a lot of the flex DPS, like Echo and Farah, Yaki generally plays those. So their trio of DPS doesn't really have very good hero pool synergies, if that makes sense. So Mayhem came out to play the dive with the McCree. BQB generally doesn't play that much Sombra as of late. So he's playing the hit scan with the McCree, but they're playing Ana Wrecking Ball McCree, and I don't really like this look from the Florida Mayhem. I don't think the McCree and the Ana synergize well with the Wrecking Ball, and I think it's going to be very hard for OG to play the game. I think they'd be better off just completely full dying with a Sombra and diving with a Sombra. Maybe you can get away with the Ana. The Ana's more, can help everyone a lot more. The Zen can be punished by the Farah from time to time. The biggest issue, I think, with this comp, maybe one of the reasons they're playing the McCree is it's hard to punish Gator on this Wrecking Ball with their composition, because they don't have that Discord orb, right? While Reign are playing the Farah Soldier, a very common thing that we've seen as of late. Because Kai's Tracer isn't the best, I think Tracer would be a better hero to play here for Kai, but he's better at Soldier, and I think that difference of his skill at Soldier compared to Tracer offsets the benefit of the better hero. We can be in the vid? Yeah, I'll be in the YouTube vid. I don't do much editing for my VODs. Interesting that they nano Gator here. I feel like that was more for a heal than anything. But hey, it works. Kills Gangnam Jin. Yeah, I don't do a lot of editing on my YouTube. I literally just cut it and put it on. If you guys want highly edited videos, you are in the wrong place. The most editing I did was when I had to cut, like I had to step away from my computer for 5 minutes during a VOD review, and my cutting was, I literally just cut the 5 minutes out and then just put this massive text in the middle. If you didn't see it, I just put this text in the middle, said, sorry, had to step away for a second, and just had that up there for like 5 seconds. That's the extent of my editing skills. BQB gets killed by Kai. See how this happens. Where are the sparkling transitions? Ah, they don't exist. I leave the editing to Heather. Oh, whew. And BQB cannot be understated. He is a great hit scan. Oh, okay, I say that and then he just whiffs. Hey, can't miss that though. Whiff, whiff. Alright, BQB, you gotta help me out here. Fuck. You're making me look bad in front of my friends, BQB. Okay? Hit a shot. He is great, trust me, he is. In case you BQ bad. Damn, I'm watching Sideshow. How did I end up on a Sideshow VOD? This is so strange. Oh, whoa, that was weird. Alright, here we go. Alright, never mind. Here we don't go. A high noon. Oh, I would have high noon on that Mercy right there. Electric Cowboy, baby. Dude, BQB is not hitting shots right now. He did not eat his Wheaties. You've cursed him bad? Yo, BQB down bad. Okay, he is a great player. Don't let this, what you just saw, discredit that. Alright, Pelican gets the good barrage, and that should clean up for the Atlanta Rain. Mayhem didn't have the point for a large percentage of that, right? So that's why we're at 70% at this point. He is so inconsistent. This is not new. Is he though? I don't think I've noticed him as being... I feel like I've just always been a BQB fan. I feel like he always just pops off, but I don't watch a whole lot of individual BQB gameplay, so you could be right. I don't know where this narrative is that he's great. I think BQB is great. I genuinely do. I think his hit scan is solid. Like, I don't think he's one of the best in the world, but I think I wouldn't be unhappy having BQB on my roster. I've got you in my sights. Alright, so Kai's got the visor. They just made it's just almost impossible for the Florida Mayhem. And this sort of becomes the issue, right? Is that I think they're just struggling to punish anything. I think they don't have the damage without the Zenyatta, without all of that kind of stuff. So BQB needs to hit a lot of shots to really offset that lack of damage. And I just don't think that came in this map. Sell the chat to BQB is great, but not having a good showing here either, yeah. I think Shock is good right now. We'll see at the end of this weekend. I think they look okay. I think they seem to have a great understanding of what they want to play in the meta, which I'm excited about. He's a slightly worse mechanical Fitz. I think the difference... Oh, actually, I don't hate that idea. I think Fitz is good. I don't think it's that far to say BQB is that far away from Fitz. Fitz is definitely better, don't get me wrong. But I think BQB is also good. Then they play very similar styles of... They play Sombra, McCree, hit scan for the most part. BQB's face cam shows 100% confusion. I don't even think it's confusion. He has resting sad face. He just always looks like he's upset about something. Lit fits BQB. I agree with that. I agree with that that list. But I think I would, yeah, I agree with that list. Hawk gets the punish on OG. How does OG get punished so easily? Gets bashed by Masa. That's a great bash. And he just doesn't have enough space to get out of there. Leave just looks like he's disappointed in the state of the game when he plays. That's because he hasn't found a worthy contestant to play against him yet. He's just waiting to find someone who can play at the same level as he is, and he hasn't found it. You want some Kaipov? Let's look at some Kaipov. Florida feels all over the place. He's waiting for me. Oh yeah, my DPS. I'm a DPS prodigy on the way. Owned. Only 3 drink Custa is a DPS prodigy. True. Big true. Not no drink Custa? What's wrong with no drink Custa?
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Zeal, thank you for the prime sub. Who do you have to get their first win this weekend? Titans vs Spitfire. I have it Titans to get their first win because it happened like 3 days ago. No drink Custa hits walls a lot. It doesn't feel like Florida's done anything this entire time. Like Kai's just playing Kovacs. The rally was just too much support, and especially with Masar going down first. Oh, okay, they're going to re-engage. I actually really like this. All right, Gangnam Jin chance. They just need to stall out through this. Oh, that's a problem. Less of a problem. Hit a shot. Keep Kai alive. Save Kai, save the world. Nice. Yeah, Florida Mayhem's dive versus this star from the rain is just not going to work from this. Look at it. It doesn't feel like they've been able to get any space. The only time they got anything going, it just cost them a ton of ults, and they needed the rally, right? OG's kind of turbo-fed this round as well. Heroes reference? Yeah, we did it last week as well. Who's player of the match in this series? I think it was Pelican, if I'm remembering correctly. Maybe Hawk. Literally, every time I've seen OG from Kai's perspective, OG comes in, gets bashed, Kai shoots him like 4 times, and OG dies. Like that literally just rinse and repeat this entire round. Victory. I wish I had aim like this. Kai has great clean aim. He's like, that's the way he plays the game. And as I was talking about earlier, I have the same way of thinking when I watch Shy and Arns play. It's very just clean. Like, they're not flicking a lot. That's what makes them so consistent. They just pew, 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 just hit shots time again. Masar Rodriguez improved so much this year. Masar as a whole, I really like Masar main support. I would put him... Lee Jae-gon, Jexay, Nisha, /Yveltal, Funny Astro. I would maybe put him as a top 5 main support. I might be disrespecting some players. Better than Moth? I would say Masar is better than Moth, especially at least this year, because he's so well-rounded. I really like Masar Mercy, I like his Brig, and I love his Lucio. Like, I think he's good at everything that he is required to play. And that can't be said for all main supports in the league. I don't think he's the best at any one of those roles, but I think he is at a very, very high level for all 3. And I think that's why I like him so much this year. Think Super should be getting more playtime over Smurf? It just depends on the heroes that are being played. Super's been playing a bunch these tournaments because Ryan's been getting played. Masar's good, but the UK people dislike him because he said it's not coming home. Well, those people need to get a sense of humor. You know who else is not gonna said it's not coming home? Fucking the entire world. The entire world said it's not coming home. You know why? Because it didn't come home. It was good bants. Stop the payload. Oh, okay. We're going to get a TP. We're going to get a flip from the Atlanta Reign off the bat. So, Mayhem is going to be playing the heavy brawl style. I don't like the Torb. I want to see Yaki switch off of this Torb. I think if you're going to be playing this comp, you should just play Hanzo McCree. I think Hanzo McCree is just better. I don't think the Torb is good outside of if you're playing against a dive style. If they're going to play Wrecking Ball, Tracer Sombra, the Torb with your defensive style is great. If they're not doing that, I don't think there are better options in the Hanzo, in the McCree, and that kind of stuff. Even more so, though, I hate the Symmetra. The Symmetra, I think, is such a throw in this composition. I don't like it at all. I understand it's probably so that they can TP around, but they stay on it for way too long, and I think it costs them a lot in this map, and we'll highlight that as it happens. Have you talked about Gator's Ball yet? Not really, but I don't really have an opinion on Gator's Ball. I feel like, how much Gator Ball have we seen this season? Let's actually go to the stats. Because I feel like a lot of people are like, Gator's Ball's bad, but I feel like I haven't seen him play ball almost at all. He's played a lot of it. He's played an hour and a half of it. What have I been watching? All right, well, we'll keep an eye out for it. Sorry, just so you can see this. Yeah, he's played 37 of it. He's played an hour and 20 minutes. So maybe I've deleted it from my mind. Maybe I haven't been paying attention, but he played. No, that was in the Countdown Cup. So there's just in this tournament, he's played an hour and 20 of it. So maybe we'll see it later in today. We'll try and highlight it and give it a look. I don't like this switch to Widow for BQB. I think Widow's very hard to get value from in certain points, and BQB is going to need to go sicko mode. Oh? That felt like overkill, but good kill on the mech by Hawk. Onto Hawk. Wow, that was a great play. Like, you can't argue with the sim if that's what they're gonna do, right? Well, that sim worked very well. Can't argue with that. That was clean. Why do a lot of tracers go for 6 and hit walls and 4s instead? No, it's usually because they miss. If you ever see them miss, like put it on a wall or like some players like to put it on the ground near someone, but almost every Overwatch League player will go for the player. Like they will throw it at the player, and if it hits a wall or something, they probably threw. Gator Ryan is a throw. Ryan is one of Gator's best heroes. Been 5 years or something and we're still missing pulses. Here's my counterpoint to that. Hitting pulses is hard, and there's a ton of things. That's like watching the NBA and being like, man, been playing this game for what, 100 years? People are still missing free throws? Come on, guys. It's hard to do. It's hard to hit sometimes, okay? Like, especially when other people are moving, people are gonna miss pulse bombs. And people sometimes miss by way more than they should, especially in the Overwatch League. But they hit some really good ones. I don't know what's going on with this TP. So Bongo. I like the wall. I actually remember this happening. I agree with Josh. Josh actually talked about this. If the wall was like here instead of back here, they would have a lot more space to work with. Because it's here, they can't take the space that they would like to with this ball. Ninja deleted the tweet. Ninja take. Well, I don't get. Oh, wait, didn't he say that about football players, like missing punts or something? Yeah, I actually remember that. I remember that tweet, actually. He made a really dumb sports tweet. Does anyone remember what it... Oh, here we go. I never understand how college and NFL football teams allow kickers that just miss kicks. I feel like there has to be pools of kickers in the USA that won't miss simple kicks, or snappers that won't miss the snaps. I don't know, man. It seems so silly. Would love opinions on it. It's so it's such a dumb take. It's such a dumb take. No one is ever going to be able to hit kick 100%. It's just unrealistic. if you are doing something that takes skill, you will never be able to do it 100% of the time. You can minimize the number of times you fuck it up, but you're still gonna miss sometimes. And generally, the wider that margin gets of missing, it generally shows the difficulty of what they are doing. If there was someone who could kick 100%, that person would be in the NFL. But the reason that people don't exist is because people can't do that. That was a great bomb. I really like that bomb by Gargoyle. It created so much space. Good dragon by Kai, though. Yeah, that was a great bomb by... That bomb by Gargoyle just blew that whole fight from the Atlanta Reign open. Like, they just couldn't... They just got so split up. Does Hawk only play D.Va? No, Hawk plays everything. There are no main tank, flex tank, main support, or flex supports that don't play everything within their role. That is just something that doesn't really exist in Overwatch. Like, though, if you're playing those roles, you need to be able to play every single hero. You're obviously going to have different discrepancies of one might be way better than the other, but they can play every role. They just can. Obviously, there are some players that are specialists that come in for that role that just play one, but for the most part, every single player within those roles can play everything. Super can play every main tank to a good pedigree, and I've talked about this before. He can play everything. He just doesn't because they put in Smurf because Smurf's Winston is better than his. But except Violet, yeah, I'm not gonna pretend to understand the Violet situation where he just refuses to play Ana. I don't know what that is. He could easily play Ana. Is Hawk's best off-tank D.Va? I would say so. I think his Sigma is good, but I would say his D.Va is probably his best. How does this happen? Twilight only plays Ana, really?
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Go watch 2019. Twilight had one of the best Zens in the league. And he also plays one of the best Baptistes in the league, in my opinion, as well. Just because this season he only plays that doesn't mean that he can't play other things, and that is a massive issue that happens within the, like, community, is people... I haven't seen it with my eyeballs recently, so therefore it must not exist. That's not how it works. So you gotta be careful when you say things
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
and make assumptions and spread them as fact, because if you don't know something, that's fine, right? Like, but you gotta be careful about saying this kind of thing. This was a great dragon. Let's move on. That was a great dragon. Oh, the lamp was just late. They're gonna want that lamp back as well. Is Jonak best Zen? No. Jonak was the best Zen in 2018. He is not the best Zen anymore. Violet and Alarm exist in the world. He's definitely in the conversation, but I don't think, in my opinion, he's not that anymore. And I think this is like the moment where I'm like, okay, guys, it's time to get off of the sim. Like, this Symmetra, they're not getting enough value out of these TPs anymore, and they're just like, they don't have as much damage. BQB and Yaki are just crossfiring them and doing so much work. Trash Mercy, thank you for the 3-month resub. Scale, thank you for the 2 months. And Flurryskate with the 100 bits, thank you very much. Sending love. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much, Flurryskate. No Izayaki love? Well, Izayaki is another prime example of that, of people being like, Izayaki's the best Zen in the world, right? just because he's probably the player in the league that has the most time on Zenyatta this year. It doesn't mean he's the best. It just means he's played it the most and his team's been the most successful. Doesn't mean he's the best. I would still, like, Izayaki was around in 2019 and 2020, and he wasn't considered the best Zen in either of those seasons when everyone else was playing Zenyatta as well. So, yo, Social Trials with the 10 gifted subs. Boom. Let's get some poggers up in chat. Thank you very much. Get some Custa hearts. Much love. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. And we have no idea with the fresh sub as well. Thank you very much. Dodged. Easy clap. All right, let's get some focus on this VOD review because this has just been a match of tangents. So they get off of the Symmetra and go to the Tracer. I actually really like the Tracer. I actually do like the Tracer. They don't have a lot of things to deal with it. Obviously, the Brigand McCree can, but there's a chance that Pelican just roams free, creates a lot of flanks. Like, he can win this 1v1 versus Yaki. And the threat, like, the most important thing that I always try and talk about when I say, like, Tracer doesn't do damage to their shields, Tracer doesn't do that kind of stuff. But by Tracer existing, Tracer takes damage away from them. All of a sudden, Yaki has to be afraid of Pelican on this Tracer. So he's going to be looking, and he's not going to be looking forward as much, right? Pelican gets a great pick onto Gargoyle. And now all of a sudden, instead of looking forward, Yaki's looking at the Tracer. Oh, now look at the Tracer's behind. BQB's also looking at the Tracer. Everyone's falling back, worried about the Tracer. Like, Pelican, it just removes damage from them just by being a threat. If he stays alive, he is being successful. Both DPS are looking at Yaki as the opposition team walks forward and uses a bongo, right? Like, that is what the value of a Tracer. You don't always need to front load your damage. Sometimes the best way to get damage is to take damage away from them and give more space to the rest of your team. And that's what we talk about when we watch Pharahs, right? Sometimes the best way to kill a Pharah isn't to play a McCree and shoot him out of the air. Sometimes the best way to deal with a Pharah is to play Tracer and kill everyone else. Make everyone else look at the Tracer. Give everyone else more space by giving your team more space. And then Pelican kills, I actually think he killed 4 in this fight, right? You would think against the McCree, Hanzo, Orisa, Brig, Bap, Tracer wouldn't be good, but he literally insta-switches to Tracer and straight up caps.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Pelican plays Tracer at such a good level. What does Edison do for this team? They need to play Sombra.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
But, you know, Edison is one of those players, like, Edison has a couple of things that he could play, but I think Edison is going into one of those phases, which is kind of like being on a team with Fleder and Lip, right? Or being on a team with Prophet and Fitz. They fill every role so well that it kind of makes a third DPS redundant, because you would always rather stay with the synergy and that kind of style than putting in a third player. I will say Edison has potential to come in situations where Kai can't play a hit scan, because Kai is not the most flexible player we have in the league. He's a pretty hard hit scan. He can play Sombra. It's not inspiring. He can play everything fine, I think, Kai, but you'd probably bring Edison in if there was no chance that they were ever going to play a hit scan, right? Where Cat? There you go, guys. I got you. Don't say I don't do anything for you. Rogue Master, thank you for the gifted sub as well. I missed that one. Alright, so Pelican kind of do be pounded on this Tracer now. Edison's been known to Kree, yeah, but he would never play the Kree over Kai. That's the thing, is Edison, the biggest issue is Edison is no longer the best hit scan or the best Tracer on his team. And if you aren't either of those, it's very easily to be omitted from the squad and lose a lot of playtime. Maybe a double hit scan meta, yeah. Maybe Pelican, I don't know what Pelican's hit scan's like, but maybe in a hit scan meta, Edison will come in. There's a couple of, he's the best reaper. Yeah, there's definitely some like niche metas that I think Edison will play, and it's good to have that third DPS option, but I don't see them moving away from Kai or Pelican too much, especially in this meta. I think Edison is better Tracer, but they're about, yeah, and that's it. Like, you could definitely make arguments for Edison's Tracer, but the ability for Pelican's flexibility just makes him so valuable, and that's why we always talk about your Fletters, your Prophets, your Leaves. Their ability to play so many heroes at such a high level and sort of dip into both hero pools of a hit scan DPS and a flex DPS just makes him such a valuable player. High Noon from BQB shouldn't really get a whole lot of value. He's got to be careful because he's kind of caught in this corner that as soon as his High Noon goes down, he's going to get run at. Oh, look at this bash by Slime. This is great. How likely we get a hit scan? Well, there's a bunch of players that are playing the hit scan or the Hanzo and stuff like that, right? Look at this. Look at this bash. This was going to be a really good bomb. If this bomb lands like here, that's such a good bomb. But it gets bashed in the room, so it actually loses a lot of value. It's a great play by Slime. Gangnam Jin gets isolated, and here we go. Like, look at they just can't deal with Pelican right now. Look at how many people are trying to chase him. Oh, Yaki ends up hitting a great shot to kill him, but the damage is already done at this point. Slime being replaced by the way, Cap. No. Timer of Asked. Alright, so I don't like where OG put this bongo. I think if he's stepping up, he should have put the bongo like up here and then walk down. By putting it here, it's gonna break incredibly quickly, right? The shield's gonna break. Pink Pentagon, thank you for the prime sub. BQB out on the Widow. Let's see what if BQB can prove me right. Come on, BQB. Make me look good. Make Patrick look bad, you know? Oh, God. Please. Okay, it's fine. Alright, Atlanta Rangers can't close that distance. Lots of shots hit, smiley face. Hey, you know, it wasn't a good sample size there, Patrick. Alright, what do we got from the Florida Mayhem? So Florida Mayhem on attack are going to play the McCree Hanzo. I really like this comp from Florida. I think this is one of the best comps. I really dislike this Pelican sim on defense. Let's have a look at it and see how they make it work. Woo, hail! Thank you very much for Prime sub. Thank you very much for all the subs, guys. I'm getting crazy number of subs right now. Much love. Oh. How did Gator die? Does he get flashed? Oh, he gets... Yeah, he gets flashed and just dies. I really dislike that he's one of the best in the league. Oh, I definitely don't think BQB is one of the best in the league. I think he's very good. But there's a lot of... Like, I would say 5 other hit scans I would pick over BQB. And it's like Lip, Fitz, Arns, Shy... Kai, I'd pick Kai over him. Maybe a Happy. Arns, really? I look at what the potential of Arns, not current Arns right now. Decay, yeah, Decay. Yeah, honestly, I was actually gonna say Leave as well. I'd probably pick Leave as well. Leave. Am I a Leave simp at this point? Am I unreasonable with how much I love Leave? Is this like... Am I over... I don't think I am. I think it's fair. He's just so good. Yeah. You gotta check yourself every now and then of like, am I over simping this player? High noon for BQB. Like, I just don't really like the sim. I just don't think the sim is offering them enough and compared to what they could get with the with the McCree. Maybe they're struggling. What? I think they should just put Kai on McCree and play Pelican on the Hanzo, right? Because Pelican's played Hanzo and is good at Hanzo, if I remember correctly. Right? I have the stats up here, so let's have a look. Yeah, he's played it. Yeah. Oh, actually, Pelican hasn't played any Hanzo this tournament. Whoa, wait. Let's look at this. Can Pelican play Hanzo? Pelican hasn't played any Hanzo this season. Really? Pelican destroys and ranked on Hanzo, yeah. But that's interesting that he hasn't played it at all. I would have sworn that he had played it. Kai just does it. One of his best heroes on stream with them, man. I wonder why he doesn't play it. It's a whole lot of May. Yeah, this is just like obviously like May Melee and June Joust. Edison Hanzo? No, Edison doesn't like. You can see Edison's hero pool here, right? You got the Tracer, the Symmetra, the Reaper, McCree. I would say those are probably the things I would have said I'd know him for. Played Hanzo in the winner ball. Yeah, I remember didn't he pound in the winner ball on Hanzo? I remember everyone getting really hype off of Pelican in that winner ball play. That happened because he absolutely owned. It might be behind the under the 5% threshold. Actually, maybe let's reduce the threshold so we can see. He's played 1.2% of it. He's played 13 minutes of it, right? All right, Pelican on the sim. I also just don't think that, like, what value are they, like, I guess they're using the Symmetra to try and TP around to give them the value. I just don't know if it's necessary, you know? Oh, how does Iris die to this? Didn't have lamp, just got caught. Big slam by OG. Just didn't really have no legs left in the tank for the Atlanta Rain. Lamp dies to bomb, yeah, but I don't think it was anywhere near. Like, it wouldn't have killed Iris and the lamp, you know what I mean? I use Sim to give my feeding team a faster respawn. Good thinking, Doge. That's smart. Doesn't matter if your team's feeds as much if your Sim TP brings them back from spawn faster. I think Gator should have gone Orisa. No, I don't think so. Like, I think it's fine. I think if you're gonna play the Symmetra, you gotta play the Rhine. Like, I think they could, either of them could switch to the Orisa. I'm still not sold on Reinhardt being good. Like, I'm just not. But... oh, that high noon from BQB gets Masa. That was a great dragon as well. They're so low. Like, this is just over. BQB, best hit scan in the world. You got 4. Can't argue it. Why doesn't Gator play ball? I think they just prefer to play the slower style. Oh, the flash shatter. I don't even know if that was meant to happen. I don't think they get anything from it, though. They get the lamp, I guess. And they had the rally going, so it's just going to be... this is just rocking a hard place from the Atlanta Rain. And this just feels like a snowball from the Florida Mayhem. Of they just... and I think it goes on the back of them having a sim. Like, BQB and Yaki are just absolutely pounding, and Pelican's on this sim, and they haven't utilized the TP at all. So we're going to see the switch over from Pelican now. I don't know if I like Tracer as much on defense to hold that positioning, right? I think I would much rather see him mirror the composition that we see from the Rain. Oh, Kai's going to go to the Widow. All right, let's have a look. Now go Orisa? Yeah, I would say now is probably the time to go Orisa. I agree that maybe he wanted to stay because he has the Shatter. Who do you think has the better hit scan, BQB or Hisu? BQB. Oh! Oh, wow. I really thought he was going to hit that. Kai Widow is so good, yeah.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Chef, thank you for the 2 months. Good morning from Oz, Custa. Yo, good morning. Hope it's going. It's a good day. Hope you're having a VB long neck in 8 o'clock in the fucking morning. You know. Oh, okay. Gator shatters their spawn. Not sure if that was necessary. Oh, good pin by OG. BQB, best hit scan in the world. That was ambitious. I've never seen a more emotionless player than Kai, yeah. Okay, Gator switches to Orisa now. He's gonna do it. Do a 360. Best hit scan in the world. Best hit scan in the world. Best hit scan. Oh! Best hit scan in the world. Yeah, he has walls. Like, Kai has a massive advantage. But he gets the 2K. Who's more emotionless, Dante or Kai? Kai. Dante has emotions. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. The Pelican actually goes over to the Hanzo here. Yeah, like, let's have a look at the Pelican Hanzo. Who's more emotionless, Kai or Jinmu? Jinmu. I don't think Jinmu feels anything. I think Jinmu's actually a robot. I don't think I've ever seen him smile. I don't think, like, fucking Jinmu turbo feeding, emotionless. Jinmu killing the entire opposition, emotionless. Yeah, I've seen Kai smile. I haven't seen Jinmu smile. That's true. Sometimes I think that they've just frozen Jinmu's camera, and his face is just always frozen. It's a good dragon. Oh, that was close. Alright. How does Iris die? That's an important death. Oh no, there's no way they get away with this. They should not get away with that. I actually like the Zen switch from Masa as well, actually. I think it's the right call. Kai goes down to Gargoyle. Great play. Just a slow bleed out that's began with the idea with Iris getting caught. That was a good play by the Florida Mayhem, going for that flank down the left side. Good play. That was very close to going to Atlanta. I think Atlanta threw their defense by playing that Symmetra. I actually didn't hate it as much as I thought I would on the attack. I think the Symmetra made sense because they could like flip the map on them. On defense, like I did not like the Symmetra on defense. I feel like it's very hard to push that tempo and you have the chance of just putting yourself in a hole. Who wins this match? The Atlanta Reign wins this match. It is currently 1-1. Zen, because there's nothing to Brig to do in double sniper mirror. Yeah, exactly. So the reason you don't want to play a Brig, when both teams go to Widow Hanzo, there is no reason for you to be playing Brig. What are you playing Brig for, right? There's no one on the opposition team who's going anywhere close to your backline for the most part, right? It's very hard for you to get a bash, get inspire uptime, get effective healing. You're better off just playing Zen, having that range damage, and also the Discord orb for the Orisas and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's why you generally don't see as much Brig being played in a double sniper mirror. Well, the chance that Mayhem go to the grand finals, incredibly low. The chances that they don't make it, there's a high chance that they don't make it to the play-ins. They need to beat the Gladiators and the Houston Outlaws this weekend to qualify for the play-ins. Mercy is so freaking valuable in sniper mirrors, but no one is playing her. The reason you generally don't see as much Mercy is valuable in these double sniper mirrors, but it can be harder to get the value from the Mercy. It is interesting, and like, I think Zen transitions out from double sniper a lot better than Mercy, right? Let's say for whatever reason you need to switch off double sniper, all of a sudden you just don't want to be on Mercy. Like, let's say you switch to like McCree Tracer or something like that, right? Or the Mercy becomes a lot less valuable very quickly. Alright, so Yaki versus Pharah. Kai's gonna be playing the Torb. Pretty much mirror comps, except BQB's playing the Hanzo and Kai's playing the Torb. Mayhem did a great job of getting into this fight. Iris gets slime? How does Iris get slime? Where the hell is Iris? Alright. Yaki gets Masa though. Yaki, you good? You good, right? Yeah, you good. You good. You're good. Yeah, you good. Yeah, well, it's fine. Just making sure. Iris better hits getting the BQB. Oh my god. I think this is a weakness of the way that the Reign set up their comp. Is that they're all set up over here. Like, the Mayhem did a great job of getting in the top left, dislodging the Pharah Mercy, and the Atlanta Rangers couldn't help them enough. Maybe it would be more valuable for Iris to play an Ana here instead of a Baptiste, just so that if he can play further away and still get effectiveness. Oh, BQB just murders Iris. That should be the first cap for the Florida Mayhem. They need to die. They just rezzed. Pretty good kill on the BQB. I feel like he should be able to get res from Slime, or he's not going to do it. I guess their entire team can cross this way. Can a Baptiste do this jump? I've never seen this jump get done for a Baptiste. Probably, right? Yeah. I would be so worried of bonking my head on that. Alright, so we got the window coming down from Florida Mayhem. Just trying to dislodge the Atlanta Reign. We see Kai switch over to the McCree as well. I actually like this switch from Kai. Oh, Pelican gets Yaki, but Pelican dies for it. That's a free res for Slime. That's so nice. They need to get onto Kai, though. They can't leave Kai up here. God, I hate Hanzo. That's a problem. That's a problem, Yaki. Oh, nice bomb by Hawk. It's a tick and a half for the Florida Mayhem, though. You can't be too upset about that. But that cost them every ult they have. I think they should probably switch off of the Pharah. I don't think Pharah is anywhere near as good on this attack. Zombie Bane, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming sub. Welcome. BQ Bullseye. He was worth with Scatter? Yeah, absolutely. Because he could still do that. He just had another one-shot mechanic. Ryan's biggest weakness is assault maps. I think Ryan's pretty good on this point, especially if you want to hold the top left. Anywhere in which it's a short, narrow corridor where you can close the distance easily is better for Ryan than Orisa. Anywhere where there's like a long distance to cover and cross, Orisa's better because she can shoot from further away. She can just like keep dropping shields. But in here, you want to be more dynamic with your shields. What's the score right now? It is 1-1. Oh, that might have been a little too early on the trigger from the Atlanta Reign. They just went way too early. They do get Gargoyle. Who's capping? Yaki? They should just chill on the high ground. I think they just need to reset on the high ground. Kai goes over to the Widow. He needs to get a pick. OG got kind of abandoned here. Oh, big. They are in a massive disconnect. Like, I don't know why these guys are fighting over here while the, like, Gangnam Jin and BQB have, like, opened up over here. That was a very weird choice. Oh, actually, we gotta go watch this.
Double kill.
The prediction, knowing he was gonna blink wide, the setup, that's it. Oh, disgusting. Arns does that so much. Yeah, that's a great play. All right, switch back to the McCree. Needs something more consistent damage. Whew. Why run Tracer with Ryan into a cowboy? Because the Tracer's just going to create a flank angle. Yaki, Tracer on this point. Here's the thing. I like the idea of Tracer that you just like play to be annoying. You can apply point pressure. You can run around for pretty much free. The biggest issue that I think exists for Tracer is you want to get over here, right? But there's such a big distance to close to get over here or get like behind them. I feel like you get punished a lot with Tracer. So I actually don't love the Tracer on this point. I like the idea of Tracer. I just don't think Tracer works very well on this point in particular. Woo! Big slam by Gator. Oh, that's another tick by... Yaki is just applying so much point pressure right now. Gets the second tick. Just slowly getting ticks, yeah. Yaki's trying so hard. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. So they actually move over to the sim. I assume they're going to TP to the high ground. Oh, that's a great wall by Pelican. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, nice save by Gator. Oh, he saves the lamp and he saves Masa. Oh, good stick by Yaki. Oh, good pin by Gator. Look at this series of events. This is actually a really cool head-to-head from OG versus Gator. Gator gets the pin onto OG. OG knows he just needs to live, so OG runs for the mega. Gator realizes he's not going to catch him, that he also needs to touch the point, so he runs, right? He starts running, but then Gator flip shatters to go for the shadow onto OG, but OG was coming slower than he thought. That's kind of funny. That's a funny interaction. I didn't notice that.
Score 0-2.
My pickings have flamed. Oh, dude, trust me, all of our pickings are fucked. If we all suck equally, then no one sucks. You know what I mean? Alright, let's see what we got from Atlanta on the attack. We're gonna see let's watch some Pelican Pop trying to get in here. So, Hanzo Farah, I like it. What do you do if NYXL make plans? NYXL are not gonna make plans. If you watch Plat Chat, I actually went over how NYXL can make the playoff plans, and it is just, I don't even know. I'm not going to say anything, but there's just no chance. There's just straight up no chance. What happened to Masa here? Masa gets kind of caught in the open, but Yaki hits a great shot. It was a good one today. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Oh! Ho, ho. Excuse me? That was a disgusting shot. Holy cow. Is that intentional? I think so. It looks intentional. No, I don't think I'm going to do another review today. I really feel like playing Overwatch today. So I'm probably going to finish this review and then we're going to go play some ranked. I don't know why. I'm just not really in the mood to do a review. I might do another review tomorrow. There aren't a lot of games that I really want to review. It's really the big thing. It always happens towards the end of the tournaments because there's not a lot of storylines to watch. Are you okay? I know. I feel sick. Masa gets caught again as Pelican tries to leave. There's no real getting out of that. Atlanta vs Dallas. I don't want to watch Dallas play because Dallas just didn't put their best foot forward. Like that wasn't an interesting game to look at. Like Atlanta play well, but like I don't. There's no reason for me to want to watch a Dallas game, and I'm already watching Atlanta here, right? There was I am thinking about watching the Chengdu game tomorrow. What was it? Is Chengdu played? They had an easy schedule, but they played someone that was it Spark? I think Chengdu played Spark. The current score is 1-1. Good visor from BQB. They are really struggling to get in the door right now. And NYXL, Chengdu and NYXL is the one that I was thinking of watching. Good visor. The reason that visor is good, right, is the Atlanta Reign try and get in with the window, I believe it was. And he sits up here. If he pops the visor, obviously Rain lives and it wasn't that bad for the Rain, but I think it was, you gotta just like pick your battles with soldiers. Sometimes it's very hard to get value out of the visors. BQB, like, Masar is really struggling to stay alive right now, but just because of how much long range poke they have with the Baptiste and the soldier. Like, he's just trying to get into the open. Like, his movement's not even bad. Like, wow, actually getting slammed there was so unfortunate as well. He's just trying to get around, but he just has so much pressure. Oh, slime.
Wobble wobble, motherfucker.
Hernandez, thank you very much for the 30 months. Much love. You want to see BQB's pop for the 4K? If I remember correctly, like, we actually watched his 4K back. It was pretty good, but it wasn't insane. Oh. It's just a lot of, like, he's standing around for free kind of situations. Why do I feel like Shock could win against the Dragons, but at the same time lose against the Titans? Because they have a great roster that just hasn't been able to string it together. Easy kills. Like, that one was, like, literally 1 damage. Wait, he didn't even see Kai for the rocket. He doesn't even know Kai's there. He shoots his rocket at the Orisa, right? Oh, no, he knows the Hanzo's there. I think. Pog tracking, yeah. Cold take, BQB is straight fucking. Best hit scan in the world. He would have to, yeah. I don't know why he would have aimed at the doorway when he did that. I thought he like shot at the Orisa and then the Orisa died and then went through, but that's not what happened. Can't talk trash about, I can't talk trash about Legs. Legs is actually very good in this meta. I think Legs works with the way the game is played right now, which is very rare. We haven't seen Legs be valuable very recently. So Pelican goes over to the Tracer. Let's see how this works. So they opt away. Oh, actually, here's what I want to look at. They move away from the Orisa style and you go over to the Wrecking Ball dive. See how this works. It's the last Legs meta. It's been a while. AKM was still playing at the last Legs meta, legitimately, right? Tells me so much when ball players take 0 damage and run to the Mega. Well, he's more getting positioning right now, right? He's just trying to be healthy and have positioning so he can go. That's a problem. That was pretty well played by Gator. Oh, nice. Yeah, well played. I think he knows he's about to get barraged. Oh, no, he doesn't have barrage. It looked, the way he was playing made it seem like he had barrage. Okay. You guys can hold this, right? Pelican can hold this, right? Rough. I think Atlanta just couldn't get any value against the Soldier Baptiste Farah. Like, Pelican just couldn't get anything done on the Farah, and the rest of the team couldn't work. It was just too much damage. I think that was really well played by the Mayhem. That was honestly very well played by the Mayhem. That first point defense. Well played. Well played. Do you think Soldier would fit in the meta as well? Now, if all the changes went through except for the bloom change to recoil? I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really know the effectiveness of all these, changes to, like, my brain just stopped working. All the changes, like, buffs that the Soldiers got over the thing. I don't know if it's the buffs coming through. Like, I definitely think the visor change is really nice for Soldier. The bloom change, I'm not sure. I don't play Soldier. I don't know. I'd have to talk to a Soldier player to say, like, do you think the bloom change was good for Soldier or worse?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Atlanta wins this series. All right, so we're gonna get the exact same thing. Interestingly enough, they're playing the exact same comps, right? Except Gangnam Jin's on the Ana instead of the Baptiste, but they're... Wait, was he on Ana last time? Maybe it was. But yeah, pretty much the exact same comps going on in Nabani first. Oops, sorry, we're going real fast. Kai just kills OG. How does Kai just kill OG? What happens to OG? Oh, he just takes a rocket at the same time as shield. That was kind of unfortunate. Oh, good boop. As if Iris stayed on the high ground. If Iris hit the low ground there, I think he dies. Well, good take from the Atlanta Reign. I like the crossfire with the Farah and the hit scan, but it can also just never work sometimes.
Hear me out. Rascal has been on every winning team so far. He's been on London and Shock, and they won, so what does that make Philly this year? That's right, they will finally be the champs. Big brain.
Didn't he get replaced on London after like season 1? And he doesn't even play for Philly this year. For the most part. I appreciate the copium and the optimism. I do agree that Philly are going to be really good. They're going to make it to the grand finals of something. And I 100% believe that they are going to shit the bed and come second. I legitimately think I foresee that in Philly's future. I think they're going to do really well in this Countdown Cup. And I think they're going to lose at the last moment. Just to fuck with their fans once again. They have to do it once a season. Man, I'm a Philly fan and even I believe that. Oh no. Is my computer overheating? What's going on here? Oh, it is toasty. Dude, my PC's being... One second. My PC's been getting really hot. You good in that PC? One second. I gotta open the window. Gotta get some air through here. Are you wearing your bagel shirt? Yes, actually, let's not hit Aya. Time for bagels. Here's my time for bagel shirt that Patrick sent me. Are you at home or you're in LA? I'm at LA, which is my home. My game just crashed. Hello? Overwatch just crashed. All right. Nice shot. Thank you.
Ready for battle.
All right. We're back. Alright, we got a Nano Yaki coming in. Oh, okay, it worked. That was a little sketchy, but it worked. I do like the Ana more than the Baptiste in this composition. I think the value of the Nano and the ability for the Ana to play far away and like shoot people out of the air, I think is super nice. The cat did something, Pog. Yo, good job. Alright, keep it up. Keep licking yourself. Oh, BQB gets got through the window. Don't know how I feel about that bongo. I guess it's good. Well, it's dead. Wasn't great. Atlanta fan, I think we lean too hard into shields. I just think it's what your guys are best at. Like, I think if you guys tried to play other things, you wouldn't be as good. You're better off sticking to what you're good at. Play the meta that you think you can win with. BQB gets Kai this time. BQB do be flanking. Pelican, you gotta get down there. Is that really necessary? Alright, BQB dead. No longer my rookie of the year. Oh, Yaki again. Oh! If he was getting damage boosted during that, he would have killed him. Oh, okay, fuck you, get it. Ugh, I don't like that barrage. He opened himself up to a crossfire. OG in trouble, his gold's about to wear off. Okay. Let's get some Kai Hanzo viewing. Ana doesn't have fall off? No, Ana has no fall off damage. It's not because Bap has fall, like obviously Baptiste having fall off is a big thing, but it's just like with how high in the air the Pharah Mercies and how far back you play as a Baptiste, I just prefer an Ana. I also don't think your team is playing very flanky, so.
In today's episode of Custa Reviews, someone plays the leg, BQB is the best hit scan in the world and OGE falls over and dies.
That is a great summary. If you don't want to watch TLDR, TLDW, that is pretty much the summary of this review. You hit these. You hit these, Kai. He did not hit those. I'm leaving. Oh no! Zev, don't do that. No, bad Zev. No, we are not gonna say puns to Patrick. No, that I refuse anyone to enable Patrick with the high leaving joke. Oh no. This is the worst case scenario. Oh, Gargo just like turbo entered. Where are they going? Alright, let's go. Tomorrow's VOD review is just puns with Patrick.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright, what do we got from the Florida Mayhem? We got Wrecking Ball. Let's have a look at the OG Wrecking Ball. Let's have a gander. It seems like OG wanted to change comp, but they decided against it. But I feel the nearly headless Nick character was poorly executed. Don't like that. Didn't like that one. Oh! OG just got denied. Alright, round 2, here we go. Four years of D&D with these puns and jokes really does change you to the worst. Alright, what do we got? Come on, OG. You got this. BQP is 38% to EMP, by the way. They nanoed the bowl? I guess who else are you gonna nano? That's a great slam. That's high value. That's gonna bust that shit wide open. Yeah, well played by OG. That was good. Just kept like cycling his way in. Bruins fan, thank you very much for 7 months. Much love. Welcome, welcome. Brutal. Alright, Pelican goes over the Torb. I like this Torb switch from Pelican. I think this is the right time to go Torb. Don't like that. Oh, actually, I remember watching this live. Did you guys see the Florida Mayhem tweet? Actually, let's cue this up so you guys can understand what happens here. Where is it? Oh, wait, I don't see the tweet anymore. Might have deleted it. Alright, Yaki goes Genji. Moral of the story of what happens in the tweet is it shows that, like, what they said is Kuki goes, when Yaki switches to Genji, he gets really upset. He's like, why the fuck would you go Genji? And I agree with that sentiment. Why the fuck would you go Genji? But just keep an eye on this. Ah, you can stay Genji. It's fine. You can make, yeah, it's fine.
Mark my words,
the translator? Yeah, Swing Chip. I was looking at Swing Chip.
In the finals, Pine versus Carpe, Shockwave Philly will win and EQO will get MVP with Poco showing up last min to party with the team.
Mark my words, it'll be Fuel and Philly in the finals. Pine versus Carpe. Shockwave Philly will win and EQO will get MVP. And Poco showing... Doesn't even make sense. You said Carpe Shockwave are going to play for Philly, but then you said EQO is going to get MVP. What happened to Shanghai? This guy's high on the hopium. The hopium is just like... Gotta be careful, man. You can't have too much hopium. You're going to pass out. This is a great bomb, by the way. Look at how good this bomb is. From Hawk. He sees them go in, and he just drops it at the doorway. So, Gangnam Jin literally can't go anywhere. He's just dead. What? Here's the tweet, by the way. Thank you, Patrick. After Yaki went Genji on Nabani Kuki. No, why the fuck would you switch to Genji? That's such a throw. Yaki gets a 4K. Well, if you're gonna play like that, I can't say no. Exactly. If you're gonna kill everyone, then you can't argue with it. It kind of works. The Yaki blade, though, is questionable. So they are Anna down. Yaki, they're 2 down. 4v6. 4v5. Feeling himself a little bit too much. Just a little too much feeling of himself by Yaki. That's a ladder vanilla blade. Yeah, that's a hoping blade. I've asked for the blade. Was so funny. Did he know I was going to pull it? It did seem like Yaki was going to pull it as soon as we saw him do it. All right, they're going to switch over to the Tracer, Zen, Orisa, Hanzo stuff. Okay. If they're going to play Tracer, if they're going to play Hanzo McCree, they should play Baptiste. Especially if they're going to play an Orisa. Also, Yaki on McCree while BQB on Hanzo is a big thunker. Why no Farah here? Farah could be okay. Yeah, I agree that Farah could be okay here. I think that probably should have been the switch, right? I feel like Yaki's just playing mystery heroes at this point. Yeah, Yaki McCree doesn't really cut the mustard. Alright, what are we doing here? Alright, we got the switch back. Okay, they just switched Hanzo and McCree, but they kept Gangnam Jin on Zen. I hate their hero swaps. Their hero swaps have been so bad. Do not like this at all. Let's get some Pelican Torb. Let's see some Trob. Why didn't you do that pre-fight? No, they wanted to lose one team fight to make sure it was going to work. Alright. It's the Wheel of Heroes. Yeah, Florida just cannot work out where they want to play. Well, they're getting ults up because that was a long fight, but they've essentially thrown away their 3rd point. Slime goes to Baptiste. I actually don't hate this. I just don't know if Slime's Baptiste is good. Like, I like the idea of playing Bap Zen here because they don't have anything that can dive. They should have a stupid amount of damage. Their biggest issue is that Rain has a lot of ults that they can counter this with. Need Chris Bap? No one is asking for the Chris Bap. Oh, that was filthy. That's a really good bongo by Gator. Get the hammer out, you coward. He's still 360. Oh! Oh, Gangnam Jin? The Zen legend? Yeah, that I honestly think Florida just lost the hero swaps. That their hero swapping on that, like playing the dive on the first point was good. I don't know why they just didn't go towards their Pharah when they went Torb and that kind of stuff. They could have easily poked them out. They could have gone like Pharah Hanzo, Pharah Soldier like we've seen them do, but they kind of like got a little spaghetti with their picks. And like once they did a couple of spaghetti picks, it all just fell apart. Do you think Shock could win the tourney with Nero and Pharah? Yeah, maybe.
Ready for battle.
Pharah over Echo? Yeah, Echo's not very good in this tournament right now. It is surprising how little amount... Wait, no, is Echo out? Echo's banned, right? Echo Ash? Yeah, I was like, it's surprising how much Echo, but then because I knew Ash was banned, I forgot that Echo was. Yeah, Echo Ash is banned. Makes it really hard to play it.
5, 4,
But yeah.
3.
Otherwise, I think you'd see a lot more people playing the Echo to counter the Pharah. Because Echo does counter the Pharah.
Capture the objective.
I think Nero's the top 3 Pharah. We haven't seen enough of it. Alright, let's see what we got. So, Rain are playing the dive. Mayhem are playing the hard dive. I actually want to watch Gator here. Because I haven't watched much Gator ball and I want to get some things. So, I like Florida Mayhem's composition more. I think it can go... This comp can go either way, but I think I would prefer to be in Mayhem's shoes. The amount of Pharah can be attributed to the lack of Echo, exactly, right? And the lack of Ashe as well, right? Like Ashe, I would say Ashe and Echo are probably the two biggest counters to Pharah Mercy. In terms of like dealing with it directly. Yo, what's up, Gray? Kai goes down on the Tracer. And one of the reasons that Tracer is hard, like, it's going to be hard for Kai to play this Tracer against what Mayhem are doing. Kai literally just, like, doesn't get healed. Unless he gets shot by Iris, he's not going to get healed. So it's a lot harder to play against someone, like, when you're Yaki, he can get orbed, he can get packed.
Nanoboost is ready. Get in there and I'll get you.
Any ideas why, Dynasty haven't played much Pharah? They seem to have loved Pharah last season? No idea. Oh, don't. Why did he recall? Oh, don't like that. It worked. Can't argue with it. Works. Oh, big. Okay. Kai kind of clean. I would say one of the biggest reasons that I assume they stay away from it is that they probably want to play Prophet Pharah. If they play Prophet Pharah, like, Fitz would have to play Tracer, and I think they don't want to do that. There must be a good reason of, like, why they want to avoid it. Bit of mine-on-mine action. They literally just nullified each other's ults. Like, look at this. OG uses the mindset. Gabe's like, well, yeah, I can do that too. Look at this. Woo! Sweet. Good job, everyone. That was great. The one lone mine survivor. Alright, BQB EMP's pretty good. Catching Pelican there is really nice. Wow, they kept Pelican alive though. The fallout from the Mayhem just wasn't there. They do have the rally going though. Oh, that's a problem. Kate is dead. Oh, that was a great boop onto Pelican. It pushed him away from his barrage. Does Kai have an invisibility? Oh, wow. Nice. Kai's trace has been kind of clean. Has OG redeemed himself? I think he played pretty well this week, and I wouldn't say he's redeemed himself. Like, you know, it's only been 2 matches, right? But I think he's been alright. Oh my god, Gray. I think the top 5 tanks right now, and that's just so unspecific. It's very hard to answer. You'd have to look at individual heroes. But I also don't like rating, like, top 5 of a certain hero and stuff like that much. I feel like it's so subjective. No spree. BQB's gonna get another EMP. If he gets a high value EMP, they should be in a good spot. Okay, Katie did pretty well. I think that's just damage. I think the Florida, as I said, I think Florida Mayhem's comp is just better. I think it's just better, more well-rounded against the Pharah comps. It just applies so much pressure. They can isolate whoever they want. If they want to isolate the Tracer, they can. If they want to isolate the Bull, they can. Because the Pharah Mercy needs to get a ton of value, but it's hard to get value against the comp that the Florida Mayhem are playing.
Your support has arrived.
That was such a weird round. It's just because of the way those two comps play against each other. Feels like you don't know why one team's losing when you watch those two teams play.
Soldier 76 reporting duty.
I think this, yeah, the Sombra's ability to just like hack the ball, the Pharah, the Tracer, just like makes her so valuable and makes it really easy for one of them to get isolated.
Thanks for the assist.
Aye. Pelican vs Yaki, Pharah duels. Oh.
The objective is now.
Oh! Great, I'm just gonna ignore you.
The objective is now.
My ultimate is charged.
Ooh! Filthy. Oh, filthy! I remember this. Alright. Just falls into the pit. My work here is done. My work here is done. Just fucking leaves, just jumps into the pit. And then Pelican gets rezzed as well. So it's like, that was such a throw. Like, he literally just traded his life at that point.
Clearing the area.
The only one who can take down Yaki is Yaki.
I will not waste.
Bet his face was priceless. It was really funny. Oh, that's a great boot. He could get a crazy boop here. I don't know why he didn't go for the conk there. He could have got a really good conk. Oh god. Oh, that caught Iris? No way. Dude, no one's capped the point yet, just by the way. OG went for the pacifist route of just like playing over here. How? It just, yeah. I think someone needed to go aggressive for the Florida Mayhem. Florida's got to be careful because Kai has the visor. Oh, visor, 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 visor. Oh, that was great peel by Gargoyle. Look at this.
Time to raise my Indian.
Oh my god. That peel was so good.
Thanks for the assist.
Masa almost lived through that. He almost lived. He almost got out of there. BQB catches him on the way out. He's lost in the sauce. There is no way that Atlanta's gonna win this fight. Absolutely not. They lose Masa. That slam by Gator was enormous. Holy shit. And then the barrage, what didn't really pay off. That's crazy. Oh no, the high noon's not gonna get value. That's such a sad fight for the Florida Mayhem. Now that Gator's on the ball, I'd rather see Iris be on the Ana, but I think this was like unexpected. Gator can't play ball. I think Gator can play ball. I think everyone knows Gator can play ball. It's more about to what level can he play the ball. Oh, he's dead. Oh, that was kind of clean. Oh, I didn't get the Kree though. Not even close. Yeah, never even worried. Yeah, I don't think Yaki's got a lot of value on the Pharaoh this round. Kai's just absolutely murdered them as well on the soldier. Well played. That Florida needed to win that fight that I highlighted. The fact that they lost that fight just like flipped everything on its head. Mayhem, in my opinion, the dynasty of the DPS completely carrying the rest of the team is mostly average. Yeah, I think Florida's had a worse season, but I understand where you're coming from. I agree that the DPS are the best part of the Florida Mayhem. I'd say that supports is average. I see Gangnam Jin quite good. Slime, I think, has been kind of average. I think Slime's best hero is probably his Lucio. At least historically, that's what we know him for. And I don't think much Lucio's being played for the Florida Mayhem, right? So, like, I think Florida's still a good team. I think they've underperformed. So we're seeing the same mirror matchup that we saw in the first round, right? So this is a much better map for Pharaoh though, because there's a lot of, because you have this ability to fly around here, you can actually play more protected and your Mercy can like connect with your backline and your Ana, like your Ana can play up here. So your Ana's a lot more free. So this is a much better map for Pharaoh than the first one, than Village. Especially since the Pharaoh can contest the point a lot easier compared to Village. Masa's doing a great job of bouncing between the Pharaoh and the Ana. So Mayhem getting this first cap is a really big deal. So if Florida hold this cap, they like, if this fight goes for a really long time, they're gaining percentage this whole time. EMP wasn't great from BQB. It just didn't isolate anyone. Great stick from Yaki. Pelican goes down. Okay, it's time to get out of this fight, Atlanta. Excited for Lance to come back? Dude, I can't wait. I just don't see them coming back anytime soon. Obviously for the finals, hopefully we're back for the finals, but even then it's like LCS just cancelled their finals. If cases keep going up and everything starts getting worse and worse and worse with this Delta variant and everything that's going on in the US, are we gonna get lands like for this tournament? I fucking hope so. I really hope so, but there's a lot of events that are starting to close down. I hope the Overwatch League finds a way to do them. CS lands came back too, yeah. Well, Texas, well, it's not as much about can you do the event, it's more should you do the event, right? Like, I'm sure, like, in Texas, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Should you do whatever the fuck you want? Probably not, right? Like, if it's gonna be at the detriment of the players and the fans, like, is it gonna be in the best interest? Like, that's sort of my fear, right? Alright, what's wrong with Bedosen? Bedosen had a very good year in 2018. Outside of that, I don't think he had a very good career. I was so high on creative after playoffs. I was really high for creative coming into this season. He's been kind of this season though. He hasn't really stood out to me. These EMPs by BQB just haven't been good enough at the final hour. Like, he needs to get more value out of these EMPs. This is the second time he's EMP'd the front line, and just like they haven't been able to punish. Like Gato's even like super low. I guess it isolates Kai, and they might get the win off of this, but Yaki gets Iris. Kai gets Yaki, and they get the res. Ugh, this is not looking good for the Mayhem. Yeah, okay, they're out. They got to 99% at least. But yeah, that just shows like the value of playing the dive comp versus playing the Pharaoh comp. I feel like Rain were in control of this fight for like so long, but they just like couldn't get control of the point just because it's so hard to kill everyone in the Mayhem. Masa Pop for next Valk, okay. As long as Atlanta can hold on to this point, they'll be fine. They gotta force the Mayhem to walk forward. So they're nanoing the Pharaoh. Let's get a view of this. Force out Transcendence. Oh, BQB dies. How does BQB die? Oh, he gets slapped. Great sleep by Iris. Oh, Iris just gets murdered by Yaki and OG. Great dive. Oh, Gangnam Jin ends up in a frowny town, though. That's a good barrage. Oh, he dies for it, though. Yaki and OG are doing a good job. Masa needs to get his regen going. He's won! Oh, yeah, he's dead. Yaki did a great job of stopping his regen from triggering. Kai gets BQP again? How does BQP die again? How does he lose his translocator? Someone gets his translo. Who gets his translocator? Where was it?
Get back. No manches. Translocating.
Good pulse bomb, Kai. Great pulse bomb. That's insane. If he has his translocator, he goes back and he gets the EMP. No, that was not intentional. There, he did not throw that pulse bomb at the translocator. They probably win this fight if he gets that EMP off. If BQB lives and gets the EMP off, he probably wins that fight. This fight, if he gets any semblance of a good EMP, they probably cap this. Oh, Gargoyle gets punished.
Heroes never die. You look tired.
Now the EMP comes down. It's a good EMP.
We still need you. Ich bin da. You needed a doctor? Schaden verstärkt.
Why does he switch his between heal and damage so much?
Damage and systems at max.
Wow. That is... He's timing rockets? I think that's what I first thought as well, but it feels like he's just like spamming it back and forth. I think he's trying to damage boost the shots. I agree that's what he's attempting to do. I just can't notice it, right? And that's that. I really feel for BQB because that was kind of unfortunate. I think without that pulse bomb blowing up, he probably gets the recall, comes back, gets a good EMP, and they might win that because they have a rally going as well, so... It is what it is. Feels bad, man, if you guys are the Florida Mayhem. But Mayhem played well, right? Like, I think that was a great match against the Atlanta Reign. I don't think Reign played particularly bad. I just think Mayhem took it to them from time to time. There was a couple of, like, mistakes from the Reign from time. But I think the Pharah comps are how you beat the Reign. And this is what my biggest, like, concern when we talked about it on Plat Chat of, like, is the Reign the best team right now? And I don't see Atlanta being able to beat, like, Chengdu. I just think Chengdu are going to have the counter. Like, they're going to have the natural counter to how the Atlanta Reign are going to want to play the game. And I think it's going to be really hard. If they're struggling against the Mayhem playing these kind of comps, they are going to shut down. They're going to get in trouble from the Chengdu Hunters. And we saw that. It's not even like this is speculation. We saw them do it. It's not like Atlanta Reign got drastically better against these Pharah comps since we saw in the Summer Showdown, the Players of the Summer Showdown, where the Reign struggled. So... Still good looks from Atlanta. I think they're probably the best team in the West right now. They've had a couple of close matches. We don't know how good the Shock the Houston Outlaws, the Gladiators are right now because we haven't seen all of their games. But I think it's safe to say that Atlanta is one of the better teams. It's also good to see Florida doing well. I really actually hope that Florida does really well this upcoming weekend because I want to see Florida in the play-ins. I would rather see Florida in the play-ins than Toronto or Boston. I think they have a much higher ceiling, and I think they can accomplish a whole lot more. But I hope you guys found this review interesting. We did get sidetracked from time to time, but I hope you guys found it interesting. Much love. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.